This is the Voice of Russia. The London Bureau of the Voice of Russia is now live on digital radio and online, with news, comment and debate on weekdays between 4 and 7 p.m.
Listening to the Voice of Russia in London. I'm Alice Lagnado. A 16-year-old girl from Barnsley in Yorkshire has gained a place at the Bolshoi Theatre's ballet academy. Tala Lee-Turton will spend a year studying in Moscow, and if she shows promise, she'll stay for a comprehensive training programme. Only 8 British dancers have joined the academy in its 239-year history. I asked Tala how she felt about gaining a place at this prestigious ballet school.
Well, I feel really excited and a bit nervous, of course. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so I'm grasping it with both hands, yeah.
How do you feel about moving to a city where in winter it can get as cold as minus 25?
I think I'm just going to stock up on all my warm clothes, and I don't think I'll be complaining about the English winters again. But no, I'll just take it as it comes.
Have you been learning any Russian?
I haven't yet, but when it gets to the summer holidays after my GCSEs, I'm definitely going to start practicing.
Are you a little bit nervous about going to a place where you don't know anyone and don't speak the language, the food is different than the weather?
Definitely a bit, but I'm mainly really excited to learn a new culture.
You've danced in the Nutcracker, haven't you, at the London Coliseum with the English National Ballet and the American Ballet Theatre. Did that give you a taste for going on stage? Would you like to go on stage with the Bolshoi one day?
Oh, definitely, if I got the chance, yeah. I mean, they were amazing experiences, and I really enjoy dancing on stage, so yeah, definitely.
Do you have any favourite ballet dancers in the UK and in Russia?
In the UK, I'd have to say my favourite ballerina is Darcy Bussell, but then there are so many other dancers all over the world that I admire so much. So many talented dancers. I couldn't begin to name them all.
Any Russians that come to mind?
To be honest, I think I think they're all equally good, but I don't have a preference. I love watching the Bolshoi ballet and the Mariinsky as well. I like to go and see the Russian ballet companies.
So do you see them when they come to Britain?
Yeah, I try to. Of course, it's quite difficult. When I go home for the holidays, I'm not in London, so I try to whenever I can, yeah.
And what's your favourite ballet?
Oh, my favourite ballet, I think of the classical ones, it's probably Swan Lake. But then I like a lot of neoclassical ones as well.
Well, I think you're very brave to go out to Moscow by yourself at the age of 16. What keeps you going? I mean, it's hard to keep going as a ballet dancer. You need to be very highly motivated, don't you, to train, take class every day?
Well, I suppose I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I always think that you can improve all the time, and there's just a really good feeling about when you know that you're getting somewhere, you're doing something well, and you're making those steps towards your dream, really.
Meanwhile, I asked Luke Jennings, dance critic of The Observer, and himself a former dancer, how significant it is that a British ballet student has been accepted by the Bolshoi School.
This is very significant because it's very difficult to get into the Bolshoi School. They have a lot of applicants in Russia and from overseas. The bar is set very high, so it's a very significant achievement and a very brave one, I think, to go that far from your family and to be speaking Russian for a year. So well done to her.
Why would an English dancer want to go and study in Russia? I understand the Bolshoi's a fantastic school, but why go so far away from home?
It's going to be quite expensive for parents to send their children to Russia, so this is not a decision that any family would undertake lightly. On the other hand, I would say probably the Vaganova Academy in St. Petersburg and the Bolshoi Academy in Moscow are probably the two best ballet schools in the world.
Have any young English dancers who've joined the Bolshoi Ballet School gone on to make it big time in ballet?
There are dancers in companies all over the world from the Bolshoi. Ballet is a much more globalized and international business now, so there have certainly been English dancers at both the main Russian academies. It's not so unusual, but it's not easy either.
Tala has said that she likes the Russian style, she likes the Bolshoi style, she says it's more expressive. Do you think she'll learn a different kind of dancing style, a very different style than if she'd stayed in the UK?
Yes, she will. The syllabus at the Bolshoi, the syllabus there was the one established by Boris Akimov in 2001. Boris Akimov was a great dancer with the Bolshoi. He was briefly the artistic director of the Bolshoi. He's an inspired teacher. Many people say he's the best ballet teacher in the world. And the syllabus at the Bolshoi at the moment was, I think, established by him, and it's of a very high standard indeed.
You're listening to The Voice of Russia in London. I'm Alice Lagnado. Stay with us.